Good morning. How's everyone doing? Thank you for stopping by my channel. As you guys can see here, I have the 2014 CBR1000RR in the pearl white finish. So this is about my third time riding this bike and my first ever riding a 1000cc. So I'm still new to the power band of this bike. This is an insane bike. The 2014 did so many new modifications to it versus the previous ones, and man, I love it. The previous owner has put the M4 exhaust in this one. It's a slip-on exhaust, and then they've also attached to this, as you can see, it's not a OEM handlebars. This is an aftermarket riser bar set by LSL, and it makes the bike so much more comfortable. Though it kind of messes with your suspension because you're a little bit more upright, you don't have that aggressive sport bike feel, but you do have the comfortability to ride this bike for longer hours. And the one thing I love about these bikes or CBR, and I know some other bikes that do it too, is that they integrated signal lights on the two side mirrors, which is just awesome. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to do a little bit of more in-depth review as I ride this bike as a beginner. And let me turn on this bike for you guys. As you can hear it sounds amazing. And I hate that big hunk of metal that they have to put on these bikes because it just looks so ugly, the OEM exhaust. The M4 looks nice and sleek, very low profile, but makes an excellent sound. Man, just feel the throttle response of this bike. It's just intense. I think it goes for any 1000cc bike, but particularly I hear the CBR1000 is one of the most dangerous street bikes ever because of how easy it is to ride and the power friendliness of this bike. My gas is running low. I can see the chevron. It's right there. It's okay, buddy. This actually holds 4.7 gallons of fuel, and it gets roughly about, like, I say 35 to 40 miles per gallon. So Honda's pretty good with the mileage on this. You can definitely see how empty it is.
1 eternity later.
Oh, dude, I had some trouble pumping the gas. That's embarrassing. Guy had to come out and help me. This sounds gorgeous right now. The CBR has such a nice roaring sound. Combined with this M4 slip-on exhaust, it just sounds amazing. I can only imagine what a full exhaust will do. Here we go. I'll neutral this. You can hear that. That is just music to my ears. Yeah, and then I get weird stares from that, actually. So, you know, I'm not the type to show off, but, you know, when it counts, it counts. But there's a little bit of traffic right now because I can't really show you guys the power band of this bike. I mean, to be honest, you really can't show the power band of this bike. You really can't. I mean, I think that goes for any super sport leader bike and even some 600s as well. You really can't show it off in the street unless you want to hurt yourself or just send it for no reason. But I always believe in safety first. I definitely recommend, if you want to see the full potential, just search up CBR 1000 on a track. Like, watch those MotoGP guys. It's just, you know, you really can't show the power band of this bike. the throttle response on this bike is really nice. So I know how they revised the engine on the 2014 models, so the low RPMs is very power friendly. So you see, it's very low RPM friendly, and once you get past like this 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs, it just gets like even more crazier. The torque it pulls you at like 8,000 RPMs is just intense. Oh, just to let you guys know, I got the new Cardo Pack Talk Bold with a friend of mine, and it's a game changer. Possibly the best investment so far in 2020. So, oh, let's see, is that a Fat Bob? Dang, look at the rear on the motorcycle up ahead. Jeez. Let's go catch up to this guy. Oh my god, look at the rear set on that. That's just amazing. Oh my goodness. Jesus. It makes the CBR tires, rear tires, looks like baby tires. Sounds like I got R3 tires. And he's being a little jittery. I think he's a little nervous. Heck, I remember I was first time lane split. I saw this guy lane split. I was scared. I was like, ooh, you know, I ain't messing with that. But yes, that was a nice Miata, by the way. I am loving this bike. The throttle response on this is just amazing. It's super friendly with the low RPMs, like I said. So going around the city isn't tough at all. First and second gear, I would say, is like the most dangerous gears. It's really scary down these low gears because how responsive this throttle is. So you can really propel yourself without knowing. And so if you guys ever have like cold tires or it's a cold start and you expect to have you want a full throttle off the beginning, no, it's gonna slip right under you guys, and you are definitely gonna low side or you're gonna high side. So I definitely recommend just taking it easy on the throttle response of this bike. So let's see, when I get to the freeway here, I can show you guys a bit of something. It's a nice R6 on the other side. I do miss my R3 sometimes because splitting lanes is so much easier on this. I gotta multitask. Oh my god. Oh god, yeah. Splitting lanes on R3 was just like, it was like a walk in the park. For the CBR, I believe it's the lightest weight leader bike versus the big four as far as the Japanese, which is the Kawasaki's, the Suzuki's, and the Yamahas. Once you get on it, honestly, it feels very light. Like the ergonomics of this bike is just beautiful. It feels very well balanced. You don't really feel that you are on a big super sport. I mean, you do feel like it, but you definitely feel, I say, the most comfortable. And I'm not trying to knock on the other bikes. And plus, probably this bike has the riser bar, so it is pretty comfortable. And I love these bars. These bars are a lifesaver. But I've sat on the 1000s. I sat on each 1000 with the regular bars, and I still think Honda is probably the most comfortable. And I'm not trying to, again, I'm not trying to knock other bikes. I'm just saying, out of the comfortability, I'm pretty sure that other bikes definitely perform better. Like the R1s, they most definitely perform better than the CBR. But as far as like a street friendly bike, like something you can take off the track and maybe, you know, commute in standards, I probably give it to the CBR. It's very comfortable. It's very nimble. You know, I can just flick it around like this. You see that? So when the power brand hits 7,000, definitely like the R6. It just sends you flying. I believe what I read correctly, it gets 79 pounds-feet of torque around the 7,000, 8,000 range. This bike is a killer, and I'm telling you, I love the riser bar. If you want to save your back but also look cool, invest in this. Invest in this riser bar. It does mess with the ergonomics feel as far as in like turning wise. Like, you know, when you're hunched over in that aggressive position, in that riding position, like you are on the super sports, it's easier to lean. You just lean the bike and you're kind of like 50% there already with your lean as you're turning with your bike. But with the riser bar, it's a little bit different. I have to like use my elbows more, and definitely I have to grip, always grip the tank with your knees. And I especially have to grip a little bit harder when I turn. But other than that, it's like a flick, like I just lean my elbow and I'm already getting to those deep turns. So like here, let's see this turn right here, okay? Let's see what I can do. So as I stick my elbow out, you know, I'm leaning and I'm looking towards my turn. You know, when that aggressive feel, you're already leaned over, so a lot of the work is already done for you. But with the riser bar, I have to use my elbows a little bit more and grip the tank a lot tighter. But other than that, that's the only gripe about this bike. And it does mess with the suspensions a little bit because I'm a little bit more upright now. But it feels great. You still look cool. I know you want to look cool in that aggressive position, but you still look pretty cool with the... I mean, you're cool riding two wheels. I don't care. You can ride an Ninja 250 if you wanted to. You're still a cool guy. Like, words can't express. Like, you guys have to hop on this bike, or maybe you guys are seasoned vets on this bike. It's an amazing feeling. At first, I didn't know what I was doing, and man, I didn't low side, but I just tested it. I just flicked the throttle just like this, and bam, I was like, wow, it is a different kind of beast. Oh, such a fun bike to open the throttle with. I believe that's your best friend, is easing the throttle on this bike. Learning to ease the throttle will help you control leader bikes in general. And the amount of respect you get from this bike is crazy. I swear to you, like, you know, I'm riding this bike around and people just tell you like, oh, I love your bike, oh, nice bike. It's like, dang, my R3 didn't get any love. I mean, it did. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about a span of owning that R3 for like 8 months. Like, I got like probably like 4 compliments. But like I rode this bike for probably like 2 days and I already got like 4 or 5 compliments. So